We're back for another episode today on a Sunday evening. How was your weekend? I didn't see you.
It was cool. Work was fun.
Work was pretty
Um,
chill Saturday. It was nice.
yeah. And we've been chilling out
Hell yeah.
for the past like like
Yeah.
about a month. Like not we used to come over to y'all's spot every Saturday.
Yeah, for sure.
But me and Presley, we just be wanting to just
Or
stay at the crib. You
order
know
a
what I'm
little
saying?
order a little food, watch some TV.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We got Fazoli's yesterday and we
Wasn't
hated it, but
I was gonna say it wasn't good, huh?
no, it was like some Presley said it was like some cafeteria food.
Bro, that's
And it
so funny
was.
you bring that up because listen to this, bro. Whenever you're with your girl and y'all are like, what do you want to eat? I don't know. I don't know. And when I truly have no idea, I just be like Fazoli's to make her pick, to make my Lita pick. I'm like, fuck it, let's just go to Fazoli's, get some pizza and spaghetti,
Yeah.
and the breadsticks. Isn't that kind of
The
it's kind of wild
breadsticks.
that like that Fazoli's is still open. It's been open for our whole life. Dead ass.
Next to that barbecue that
Barbecue
ended.
and Zaxby's. I was like, wasn't
Yeah.
that's like the OG Zaxby's, isn't it?
I
Like,
think
I'm
so.
pretty damn sure because
Yeah. You're right.
the one by our house is pretty new, and then the other one,
Mhm.
fuck, where is the other one?
Uh
There might be one on like Siegel side of town, maybe, I don't know, but anyway,
it might just be those two.
maybe I feel like there's three, I don't know, uh,
No, there is three.
but
Church
yeah,
Street?
that's right, yeah, I used to
No.
exactly, no, you're
Is
right,
it Church Street?
yeah, I used to live right there. So yeah, I used to
Oh, yeah,
walk to
yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's past Riverdale, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like by the Pinnacle Bank and shit.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Man,
Oh,
la-
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. We used to live off there, off of Tulane,
Yeah.
or yeah,
Yeah,
Tulane.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to live on Indian Park Drive. That was my apartment
Oh, yeah,
complex.
yeah,
Me
yeah,
and
yeah.
Monte were neighbors. That's how. It's kind of funny. So I met Monte low key, like not counting Parker because we went to middle school together, but I met Monte before everybody, like low key, because
Oh,
we
for
we
real?
had a class together freshman year of high school, and then we were neighbors too. Like we lived in the
Mm,
same, not the same building, but the buildings next to each other. And then I met Nate as well, separate, like independent of everyone else too. And I was like, oh, y'all know
mm.
each other? Like it was like kind of funny how that kind of happened.
Yeah.
Do you remember specifically Riverdale, how big it used to feel when you first, you know what I'm saying? And then by the end of it, I'm sure
Yeah.
you were like, oh, the K hole,
Yeah.
whatever, you know?
Yeah. Exactly. It was huge. It was humongous. But luckily we had baseball, so
Mhm.
it made it easier. But I mean I was really chill. I was cool with everybody in high school, but I was still known as that one black kid on the baseball team.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
um,
but
it's almost
but
like
yeah.
it's almost kind of on the opposite end of that. It's like being the only white kid on the basketball team, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
in certain schools. Um, dude, you know what's funny? Like even like prior to middle school and prior to high school, you kind of had this thought of what it was going to be like from like movies and TV shows and shit. You know what I mean? I
Mhm.
don't know if you did, but like I was like, damn, this is, man, they can drive to school and shit. Like this is
Yeah,
crazy.
exactly.
And then now
I
we,
actually have a crazy story.
yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Or you can
No, I
finish.
was just saying now, like a 16-year-old is a baby to
Mm.
me. Like
Oh, yeah.
you're a bit an infant to me.
Uh-huh.
Like
But it felt like you were king of the world at the
I
time.
know you felt so grown then, but yeah.
Uh-huh. But there was this one time I was in middle school and I rode the bus 131, and the bus driver was Doug, but it was when I was going to middle school. So, all right, a little backstory. So, I went to Irma Siegel Elementary from
Mm.
kindergarten to sixth grade. And then I went to Christiana seventh grade.
Mm.
So, I was a new kid seventh grade. And then eighth grade. So, like the bus, it would go to what's the elementary school right around there? The Braves.
Barfield.
Barfield.
Yeah.
So they would go to Barfield first, the bus 131,
Mhm.
and then then the high school, and then the middle school.
Oh shit.
So like my seventh or eighth grade year, I can't remember, but no, it was my eighth grade year because I was gonna go to Riverdale the next year. But we dropped off to Riverdale before the middle schoolers went to the middle school, and there was this kid on our bus. He immediately walked off the bus. It was like the first day of school, and he got in a fight, bro.
Immediately?
Yes, it was like three niggas like waiting for him to get off the bus, and then I remember just seeing him getting pushed down to the ground, and then just getting his ass beat. And then the bus driver just pulled off, and I
Yeah,
remember just looking out
what?
and I remember just in my eighth grade year just looking out the window like,
Oh
holy shit, I'm gonna go here next year? Like, what the fuck? But it was on some red and blue activities, but that shit spooked me. That shit had me scared. I was terrified, but
I
I was
was
fine.
I was only in Riverdale for the year, and I saw 2 fights.
For real.
For 1 year, I saw 2. I was like, God damn! I remember one. I don't even know who it was, but I remember one. It was in the gym, and they were just
Mm,
beating the shit out of each other. And then one, like, I was literally just walking in the hall, like on the way to lunch, and you're like, there's like a crowd of people, right? And this
mhm.
dude just turned. Literally, they're walking next to each other. This dude just turns and punches him in the face. I'm like, yo, the fuck?
Like, it
Yeah,
can't be that serious.
dude. At school, you're gonna get in trouble, like big fucking trouble.
People don't be giving a fuck.
Oh man, but yeah, it's especially now being what you're saying about like wanting to chill on the weekends is like
Mm,
it, I won't say that like I've done everything cuz I definitely haven't. There's still so much I want to do, but I am more comfortable like like being home and like creating my cuz I know what I want to do and I know, the setting you can customize your setting. You know what I mean? Like when you're home
mhm.
to your liking perfectly. You're going to
Yeah.
eat the food that you want to eat. You're going to watch what you want to watch at the volume you want. When you do stuff activities with other people, you make small compromises sometimes, maybe, hey, oh, I want to stay out a little bit later, but they're like trying to shut it down, like.
Mhm.
But now, like, yeah,
But
I'm a simple guy too. I pretty much just
right.
watch sports at night and go to sleep.
Uh-huh.
But
I was the opposite, but I'm starting to see that I'm like I normally would want to go out to y'all spot
yeah,
every Saturday and turn up,
hmm
but these like this last month,
hmm
I've just been wanting to come home Saturday night and just be like, bruh, I'm
chill in the
trying to just
chill in your
yeah,
box,
I'll
chill in
get
your
a tall
boxers.
boy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll get a tall boy and like two little shots.
boom.
I'm straight.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
good.
It's
But I do want to hang out with y'all, don't get me wrong.
so
But like,
do
you
you
know,
when did you start to like feel that excitement of like going out a lot, or you know what I mean, like when
mm,
how old are you whenever you were like does that make sense, like
yeah, it does.
like
All right. So funny enough, it was definitely after when I turned 21.
mhm,
Funny enough, I didn't drink until like a year after I was 21.
me
I was
too.
like 22.
I was
I
Yeah.
was smoking heavy
hmm
uh in those years. And then I don't know if I should even just say
no,
this,
it's
but I
fine.
guess
No,
it is a part of it. It's just my parents got a divorce
Mm,
around 2016. That's kind of when it started
mm.
on my drinking.
2016. Okay.
hmm
Yeah.
And I was living with my grandmother at the time, but like I wouldn't say that was the catalyst. I mean, it probably was, but I wasn't drinking heavy as you know how I can get down.
Yeah, for sure.
I wasn't like that in
Mhm.
the beginning. I wasn't just up and running. I was smoking heavy.
Right.
And then I started drinking. I quit smoking and just picked up the drinking. But it was definitely around that era, like, and that was still around the time of like y'all's house across the tennis courts
Yeah.
and the garage days and really hanging out with Monte. Like it was a whole like that era was
Yeah.
kind of when it started for me drinking.
Yeah,
And
it's
then I was going to the bar every weekend
yeah,
at
that's
Whiskey
what
Dicks.
that's what I was about to say. The bar thing is like that.
Mm,
This is a fact, but whenever you get of age, that is such like a
a
a
phase.
phase. Yes, that exactly. You took it's such a phase, and then it fucking wears off 100%.
hmm
Especially,
Yeah.
it's just like but that rush though, man. Oh, it's
hmm
Friday night. I don't gotta work. I've been busting my ass all week. I'm about to
Yeah.
hit the bar, like, and it's fun. Like it's fun, but like I can't lie, bro. Especially for me, for me, I kind of, I mean, it definitely was around the time when I started dating Mylena, but like it all kind of meshes together. But like my last year at college, I was like, all right, I'm pretty checked out on this shit. Like
mm
I just wanted to put my head down and just finish that. You know what I mean? And I did,
mm
thankfully, in 4 years.
mm
But like that first couple years, bro, I mean, I I always think about this, and I don't know how much or or like I've talked about it much, but my
Hey.
first my first year of college, I had a full ride. Like I was
Oh,
getting
for real?
yeah, bro. My first like I could have gotten paid to go to school for 4 years if I just kept like a 2.7 or like a good GPA, basically. You know what I mean?
With that Tennessee
I had the hope.
thing,
Yeah, I had the
the
hope,
hope, the hope.
and
I
then
had it too, and I lost it.
so yeah,
I'm
so
gonna tell you how I lost it in a second.
I had the Hope Scholarship. My mom had a discount because she works for the state, and then I had a Pell Grant,
Respectably.
and then I had a
Shout out to your mom,
I
bro.
know, so that was nice,
Shit,
and then I
she
had
the shit, bro.
I had a Pell Grant, which was for basically poor as fuck people.
I had that too. I had a Pell Grant as well.
I had the biggest one possible, but which still helped me. But my first year, 3 semesters, we'll say, I was making straight C's, bro. Like
Mm,
barely fucking getting by, and then I lost the hope, and then whatever. But by the
yeah,
end
I
of that
lost
shit,
Pell too.
I could see the light at the end of the tunnel. Like
Yeah.
that last year, I was like, all right, bro, I'm too close to be
hmm
like really. I kind of done a lot of partying. I did the Bonnaroos, which that didn't stop, but like I did the
hmm
Bonnaroos, with different people, and like I was trying to figure out my like friend group too during that period. Like I was hanging out with like a bunch of people, a bunch
Yeah,
of
we
different
didn't
people.
really hang out at that time.
I mean, not well, yes and no. I mean,
I think about this all the time. We've
Mhm.
like not in a bad way, but like just been off and on.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
more on in the recent years. But it was basically after my sophomore year, your freshman year.
Yeah.
It kind of got disconnected, but then we reconnected college because we hung out. We had lunch break
I
every
know.
how many semesters? All
That's what I'm saying,
hold
bro.
on,
That's what I'm saying, bro. I was like, dude,
yeah, we hung out
because we had the unit.
for lunch.
We had a bunch of the, people at
Yeah,
once when we
and then
first
even after that,
yeah.
it was just me and you
And John
outside the not
and
even the stu. Yeah, the
KOM. maybe,
Yeah.
or the
Yeah.
I can't remember, but yeah. But yeah, I don't know, because especially that period, so like the 2016, 2017-ish time for
Hmm.
me, and I think we all kind of, I mean, I don't know. I was really focusing on uh music a lot. So instead
Hmm.
of, going to the bar, I was locked in the room, with Parker and
Hmm.
Nevin and at their house roaming around and trying to learn how to do this, learn how to do the music shit and stuff. But yeah, so how did you lose your Hope scholarship?
Bro.
if you don't
All right,
mind,
hold on.
you
Let me
see you
No,
brought it
this is
up.
yeah, this is fine, but let me try and articulate this and remember. It was a motherfucking theater class.
Oh,
It was literally like,
stupid as shit.
bro, it was like we had to go to this auditorium every day, and it was like multiple professors in there. But I swear, bro, this is what happened, bro. There was literally like, and this class was like once a week. You know how there's those one classes that's like
Mhm.
once a week, but it's like three
Yeah,
hours, only
hours.
like
Yeah.
on Monday or Friday.
Uh-huh.
It was that, and there was one day. Well, start off. I didn't really go to that class because it was boring.
Yeah.
Didn't want. I had to do it. I thought I could pass without it, but I got a D,
Hmm.
and it fucked me up.
Yep.
But there was this one time where we had to go to that class, and it was a dude from Europe that did a one man play
What?
of Shakespeare
What?
for 3 hours, bro.
Hell no.
He had his face split in half,
Yeah.
like with makeup,
Costume.
and he was talking one way, like as a man, and then the next way as a woman,
That's
back and forth in like a European accent for 3 hours.
and you're supposed to be and just taking
Hmm.
notes and
And the professors were walking down with flashlights, seeing if you fell asleep,
you're
you
at
basically failed the class.
dude, that oh my god. My bullshit class like that, I had to take art appreciation. And that it
Mm.
was same vibe. 4 hour lecture, 150 people in that bitch, just
Hmm.
no one knew what was going on, bro. No
No,
one.
I actually had to take another art class as well.
Yeah, it was that's so stupid,
But
but
like, can you imagine watching a one man play
no.
with basically somebody speaking French or Spanish or Chinese or whatever,
I couldn't imagine it.
going back and forth
I couldn't
with
imagine.
like four different characters?
I couldn't imagine it being any longer than like 10 minutes.
Bro,
like you know what I mean?
actually, I mean, he snapped. Like, it was literally like 3 hours. Like, he really snapped, but it was boring. I have to, you have to give him
Ah,
his flowers. I have to, but like, it was literally 3 hours.
you
And he
know
memorized that whole thing,
that's unreal. You remember
bro. And we had to take a quiz off of it.
it's so
You know what I'm
stupid
saying?
like some of those like the beginning classes, those like gen eds, bro, were such bullshit. Like,
Bro, me and Preston were just talking about that. It's like, what's the point? We've already done all this shit.
bro,
I've taken algebra.
I
I know history.
dude, so funny story. Kind of well relating to Nate. So Nate, I had a class with him freshman year of high school, right? And then our freshman year at middle, we had a class together too. It was so funny,
Oh,
and it
for
was
real.
that stupid fucking algebra class. I'm the worst at math, bro. I can't do math. Okay,
I
terrible.
get that.
I literally don't get it. All right,
Right.
and I literally basically told the professor, I walked up to her. I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea what's going on. Like, I don't know what's going on at all." And I was like, and I told her, I was like, I don't want to fail this class, but like, I'm here every day. Like, I don't know what's going on right now. And she gave me a
Mm,
C. And I was like, okay, cool.
I bet.
Like, dude, because and then
She knew. She knew
she
the
did,
max.
and look, and this
Cause
is
like, are we really using algebra?
this is what shaped my kind of this is what shaped the rest of my college because I chose a major that had zero math in it. I didn't take another math class the entire fucking time. I took one math, the algebra class or whatever, college algebra. Everything else was, I was like, I will do fucking anything else. Uh my last year, it was like partially really dope, but also partially like some bullshit because
Mm,
I had a minor in leadership studies. And first of all, not a lot of people have that minor,
mm,
and so there wasn't that many classes. So my last year, what the fall semester, I had to take a women in business class. I was the only man, and then the next one
I
was
feel
like,
like you told me about that before, but go
yeah.
ahead.
So I took two women's classes. I was the only dude, and I mean, it was like, you know,
Were you spitting game?
dude, not even. Yeah, I was just so focused on just finishing, but
Oh yeah.
gosh. But I don't know about you, but like
My last year,
my yeah,
I'll
like
tell you about my last
some of
year.
it for me was like really interesting, but yeah.
Mine was COVID. So I graduated after you, but
Hmm.
I could do too specific. So this is right when me and Presley got together,
Hmm.
was like my end of my career. And I had a film class, and there was one time, so with this film class, it was every Friday online, just every Friday. And like he would give us a movie to watch,
Hmm.
and then we would basically just have to watch the movie, and he would give us a quiz. It would be the most basic fucking quiz. Like,
Really?
did the main character wear a blue shirt type shit? You know what I'm saying? But we had to do a film. There was one like major project where we had to do like a film. Mm, like a review, like a YouTube video where if you were to see a review on a
Yeah.
YouTube channel, it
Yeah.
would be like that. It was either you have to do a YouTube channel or a paper. And
Hmm.
I did a YouTube review of this movie right here,
Oh hell yeah.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World. And get this, it was the day of that this was supposed to be turned in.
Right.
I woke up that morning, that Friday, and I was like, hold on. I didn't have to watch a movie or do a quiz or anything. Something feels weird. So I
Oh.
looked at the itinerary and it was like, oh, you have to write a 4-page paper on a movie or do a music video or a video review. And I was like, oh shit. Like I woke up,
Oh.
I popped a little orange pill,
Mm-hmm. Of
to
course.
say the least, and watched this movie and wrote a 4-page paper like two
one
hours before it
one
was supposed to
sitting.
be done,
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
bro. On my, I actually have the MacBook, but the MacBook is
Hmm.
depleted.
Yeah.
But I did it all in one day. Got an A,
Oh fuck yeah.
and I have that shit printed out, and I wanted to get it framed because this is one of my favorite movies, and that's why I picked it. And it was, I snapped, bro. I want you to read it one day, or
Oh
me
yeah.
read it out to you, but other than that, my other class that I remember was Presley was helping me do a yoga class,
That's so stupid.
and like dead ass, and that was literally my last class that I had to do.
Yoga.
She was just having me. She was taking pictures of me like in
The
the
positions and
mountain position,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
What
and
the fuck?
just sent it and got an A.
That's so stupid. Like that's such a
Mm,
waste of time
I
and
needed a
money.
credit.
Yeah, but like that my so my senior year of high school, we had to make a thesis. We had to write a thesis, like a dissertation.
Mm,
And
yeah, y'all were ahead of y'all's time.
we started it in August and it had to be done by May. So there was like a big like the whole school
Ooh.
year, the whole school year we had to work on it.
Mm.
It was like a 40-page paper, and then I had to do
Oh my
a
god.
45-minute presentation on top of that. But you know
What
what
the
I did it
fuck?
on? It's actually I want you to read this. I still have the file. I
Send it
did
to me.
so we got to choose our topic. So that was a cool thing too. But um mine was uh I don't remember the exact title I used, but it was more precise. But I did it on how the internet is gonna change rap. So I
Mm.
did it on like mixtapes and
Mm.
like that type of stuff. And I kind of this was like pre. I'm trying to think
I love that.
pre Apple Music, I guess. I suppose.
Okay.
But yeah, so like I mean, I literally did. I had to do like background on like tapes and 8 tracks and records first. You see what
Ah,
I'm saying? And then like
yeah.
how people how people distributed music back then,
Locally.
like etc. You know what I mean? And
That's
yeah,
how my uncle did.
and then like Soldier Boy was a big part of it. That like a
Hmm.
big
He
part of
was the beginning. He
like
was
so
the
yeah.
start.
Just crazy. Yeah, it was pretty interesting. I mean, I will say just to put a bow on the school thing, but when you're doing something that's like educational and it's something that you really like, it's dope. And you know what
Hmm.
I mean? Like it's like interesting. Like when you're doing a fucking geology class, like I was doing in fucking college, that shit was terrible. Like I'm like this is I'm
Hmm.
not learning any. I don't remember any of it. This is a
I don't
waste
give
of.
a fuck
I don't
about
give a
it.
fuck. But you know when I was
Yeah.
doing like a reporting class
Yeah.
and I'm learning, I'm go write a report about a cool project I did was I got to interview the MTSU basketball team and
Hmm.
talk about I interviewed them about why they chose what it's like to live here and be from South Carolina or something. You know what I mean? Like the
Mm.
recruiting process or like and that was cool. Like
I,
I banged that out and it was fun.
yeah, I feel like that makes me think it's the same. It's on the same subject, but kind of a pivot, like homeschooling.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I don't know.
Like,
Yeah, did you know anyone who was homeschooled?
no, oh, actually, I did when I was a kid,
I
but
played ball with a kid who
unfortunately,
was.
we thought they were weird because
Yeah.
they weren't in school. But
So that's
that
the social.
nowadays, that might be the way
Yeah,
because
low
of this
key.
whole alphabet shit. I'll just say it like that.
Mhm.
But I mean, it would still be cool. Like your kid are still gonna learn
Yeah,
like what the
yeah,
basics. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And then the basics are what they learn from kindergarten through 12th grade. And is any of that essential?
No, I mean,
I don't remember Pythagorean. What is it?
Pythagorean.
Pythagorean theorem.
Yeah,
I know it's a plus b c squared or
it's like,
whatever, but
yeah,
I'm not using that,
no. So like,
and people don't give a fuck about history.
for example, the math shit, right? So that's like, it's like a very specific person who would use that because that's the bait.
Hmm.
When you're learning,
Okay, I see.
you're like building like a foundation on that to build on.
Right. Okay, I see.
But like yeah, I mean, in a way, even in high school, I feel like you should be able to
Yeah,
choose
that's true. That's true.
like a path I mean, you kind of do have that, but like
Yeah,
you know how
I mean, it's
Riverdale
for like
was.
the scientists, the astronauts, the
Yeah,
lawyers, and all that shit. But
yeah,
how many high schoolers, like in our graduating class,
hmm
are lawyers
yeah,
and astronauts and shit? You know what I'm
not
saying?
probably a
I
one
know,
1%. Like,
right? Like I follow most of my people that I graduated with,
Mhm.
and we're all. I graduated with some dude or one girl that we work with that's at Amazon, just like me,
Hmm.
and just like not. Well, I don't want to put that in the world.
Yeah.
Everybody should go to school, all right? But
Well, all right.
yeah.
So all right. Let me ask you this: when you were growing up, like starting to become, I guess, conscious and kind of making your own decisions on like things that you liked.
Hmm.
How old were you when you started to take a liking to? I'm saying this to say, how old were you, and like, give me like some of the first memories you have on like specifically cultivating like your music palette, movie palette.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how old were you, and what were some of the first things that you can like recall? Like for me, it'd be like Pokemon or something like that.
Mm.
But yeah,
All right. So do you want? Those are two different
yeah, go
lanes.
just pick one, yeah, or do both.
I'll go with video games. I definitely Pokemon was early, bro. I had two cousins. They're Anyo and Danyo, and we played video games all the time. I used to go to their house every weekend. So my grandmother's brother was their grandfather.
Okay,
So we're still cousins.
right, right.
But Anyo is one of the smartest people that I know. He played in the band,
Hmm.
and I watched him break down a computer and build it together
Damn.
firsthand when I was like 8 or something. Like
Hmm.
we're like 4 or 5 years apart or something. But that, and then he put me on Guild Wars.
Hmm.
Guild Wars is a MMORPG. It
Hmm.
was the first one that I played. And you know about me in Elder Scrolls Online.
Hmm.
It was basically ESO, World at War.
Okay,
Before all that was Guild Wars
and
1
that was
on
on
a
a PC.
basic PC.
Oh, okay,
A
okay.
basic PC.
Hell yeah.
Like it was just simple. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't extreme as it is
A
now.
computer.
And yeah, exactly. And at the same time, I was downloading music while playing Guild Wars.
Hmm.
And that's when my hip hop and rap influence skyrocketed. It was like my sophomore year
Hmm.
of high school. It just exploded.
Mhm.
I had that PC and a laptop, low key, but it was this website called
Mhm.
hotnewhiphop.com. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, we talked
Do
about
you?
it last one. Last,
Ye-
yeah, yeah.
Oh
Because
yeah.
we remember
But
we
yeah.
did the Dat Piff thing.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that shit. I used to log into that shit like 4 days or 4 times a day
yeah. And
just to keep up with
more often than not,
mixtapes and
more
shit.
often than not there was something new.
Uh-huh. And that's about the whole mixtape thing that you were saying earlier. Like it's a difference now with music. Like people aren't grinding as hard. People are just
Yeah, well, I mean,
in general, just outside of music, just a one-hit wonder
mhm.
in general. Like the Hawk Tuah girl.
Oh yeah,
Like
man.
she's a
It's
one-hit wonder.
a lot of it.
And that's gonna
It's
segue.
That's a good point, though. I mean, that's a really good point with the.
With the music
Well,
now. Like
well,
people aren't grinding
it's not
like
even.
how you grind.
I get that. I do. Well, well, let me say this. Let me say this. It's not just music, bro. And I've preached this so much
Right.
on here, dude. Movies, it's sequels and remakes.
Mm,
Like when was the last like I know when was the last new film that came out? New concept, you know what I'm saying?
mm,
New like that wasn't Shrek 5, or The Lion King live
exactly.
action or
Or
fucking
remake the new Disney shit. Like,
yeah, I mean, which is what, and like I don't
and
it,
that's a whole nother sidebar.
well yeah, all right, yeah, but you know what I mean though. So it's interesting, but like all right, so tell me specifically
I don't
what
watch movies.
well no, that's fine. That's fine. I was going to ask that.
Okay.
All right, you're 8 years old. Okay, what was one of the first cartoons that you really took a liking to? Saturday morning, bowl of cereal on the couch. What was something that you
Oh,
remember? Wake up, a
all right. Well,
bowl of
okay.
cereal on the couch, clicking the TV
This
on.
goes back to I used to spend a lot of my Saturdays with my cousin Anya and Danya,
Mhm.
and they didn't have cable, but my grandmother lived down the street and we watched there. But fucking Naruto.
Oh really? Oh yeah.
Dead ass. And Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah,
Like we would
me
watch
too.
like all my nerdy shit comes from them.
Mm,
Like I was a sporty guy.
right, right.
Like I played sports, but I would go to their house every weekend or my grandmother's house and they would be there.
Yeah,
And that's where I get all my video game, like playing Elder Scrolls Online comes from them.
from them.
And the
Interesting.
cartoons and shit
Yeah.
comes from them. But yeah, Naruto and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, One Piece, and Dragon Ball Z.
Mm. So mostly
But
anime.
Naruto stuck with me
Yeah.
the most.
Did you ever have a?
That was the one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's interesting. Because for me,
Yeah.
I was Dragon Ball for me. Did you ever have
Mhm.
a Disney Channel phase? Did you
Oh
watch?
hell yeah.
Okay, okay. Because
High School Musical.
like that type of shit, you know, like
Hell yeah. I
the,
got
the Disney originals.
DVD.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I
Yeah,
showed you.
it's interesting.
That's So Raven.
Yeah,
Even Stevens.
that little era, that pocket of time is because like I don't even know what the heck.
Unmatched.
I don't. Well, I know this is like old person take. Oh,
Yeah.
but like, and I know it is. I know it is, but I don't know what the hell. I don't know if kids watch like Disney Channel anymore. I think it's like Netflix and shit now, which is
Probably TikTok.
TikTok, YouTube. Yeah.
Probably.
But you know what I mean, though?
Yeah.
Like the programming
Uh-huh.
right now on Nickelodeon or
Yeah.
Disney
And
Channel.
that's a Nickelodeon too. And Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
Bro, Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yeah, that was. So you know what's
Kids
funny?
Next Door.
What's funny is each
Shit.
Cartoon Network, Disney Channel, and Nick, they all had their own vibe. You know?
25, 26, and 37.
Exactly. Yes. Exactly. Yeah.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
If
Comment
you know,
below.
you know.
Comment
Yes.
which y'all's channels were 25, 26, and 30 fucking 7. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then ESPN was
That's funny.
11.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And ESPN 2 was 29. Well, shit, let's just do it. 31 was like CMT, 32 was VH1, and 33 was BET, and then 34 was
BET,
it.
I thought it was 32. It might have been 33.
32, it was like 32, 33, 34 was VH1, MTV, and BET, and then like CMT or network, a country music network was on there too.
Yeah.
Man.
And
yeah.
Hold on, what were the channels in between? Bullshit.
I don't know.
House videos.
Like HGTV. Because I remember I started to watch Food Network like that. That was like in the 60s, you know, the 50s or the 60s or something like in like Travel Channel. I remember that too. But yeah, bro, cable.
Okay, that's crazy.
I mean, it's well, like it's kind of what. So like now, even like YouTube TV, right? Like you know how you can buy the cable. It has like, back then, bro, there was like only a few channels. You didn't need 1,000 fucking channels. You know what I mean? Because I think that the programming was very good. You know what I mean? It wasn't just like Rob Dyrdek ridiculousness 20 hours
on
a day.
MTV2.
Yeah.
Which was 130 something.
Yeah, that's
because I remember watching Degrassi. It was like 130.
No, that wasn't that on Nick? Am I tripping?
Comcast.
I feel like that was on Nickelodeon.
We had like over 100.
Yeah.
It was like Nick at Night. No,
was it? Or I think it. I don't remember. I didn't watch Degrassi though, but
I did. Holy shit, bro! And it's kind of foul. But anyway.
Well, yeah. So yeah, I don't know, man. I'm intrigued, kind of by like, because for me, and I know this, it kind of, whether you believe it or whether you like realize it or not, a lot of the stuff that you took a liking to as a kid, you know, growing up in your earlier ages, it kind of like morphed you into your hobbies and stuff today. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I watched ESPN all the time, and then it turned into me collecting baseball cards as a kid, and then now doing it again. You know what I mean? And then like fucking, you know what I mean? Like it's and
do you think that's a millennial thing? I know that was a quick. a
Uh,
quick draw, but
no,
like, because I
no.
feel like other generations aren't as in tune as we are because we have one of the most unique experiences growing up.
Yeah,
Both playing
I
outside and having
yeah,
inside.
having high tech shit. Yeah,
Like we're the gap of like because nowadays kids are just gonna be on their iPads and
yeah.
not being outside. But we did both.
Hmm.
And then before that, they were just outside.
Well, so what do you think that a 10-year-old right now, let's just say a 10-year-old boy right now, what do you think their interests and hobbies are? You,
Streaming.
yeah, that's
Watching
crazy.
Kai
So
Cenat
like that,
and
these are
and
core memories for
I
them.
show speed.
Yeah,
I feel like yes. Like
yeah.
I just saw a video of a 5-year-old
Fuck, that's crazy.
smacking motherfuckers on COD.
Really?
Just like easily.
Yeah.
Just
Dang, dude, that kind of
like you
just.
know what I'm saying?
I've actually never thought about like. I mean, yeah, because now like, yeah, bro. Back then, I mean, we had like
Both
we
sides.
had
And
DVDs and
uh-huh.
and what
Yeah.
and whatnot and like uh man so because like I'm just thinking all right so just use like you said Naruto for example that kind of
Hmm. That
it
was on Cartoon Network.
but it developed like your taste and like your person
Mm,
like your character kind of I know it's like jumping there's like a bunch of things that have to happen but like you liked
mm,
Naruto right and then you
mm,
were like oh this is the type it's like creating your person, and now
mm.
like their kids are like molded by like Kai Cenat, I guess. It's like
Well,
right, Mr.
no.
Beast.
I mean, kids nowadays can still be into Naruto, but just stream it. Like binge watch it because
Yeah.
like when I was a
Yes.
kid, I had to
Yes.
watch it every Saturday at my grandmother's house. And like if I missed it,
Yeah,
I missed it.
you're cooked.
You know what I'm
Dang, yeah.
saying?
So
It was a rat.
that's a whole nother thing too. The binging thing. Like
Uh-huh.
I because two reasons. One, commercial breaks, and two, the
Mm.
fact that you know what would like a Naruto marathon be like? They play like 2 or 3 episodes, at a
Yeah,
time.
basically.
Like just
Uh
like the week before last week's, and then this one, and
yeah.
then
Right.
move on. Now
Hmm.
you can click it,
Just
bang it all,
hmm
no commercials, straight through. But back then
hmm
oh dang,
it was anticipation. It
yeah
was a lot more of like, I can't wait for this next week, but you still go outside
yeah
and
that's
hang
true.
out throughout the week. Because, I mean, it's like, I had something and I kind of forgot, but I feel like I'm going to get back to it. 1 second. Um, yeah, it was a double-edged sword for us.
Hmm.
Because, oh yeah, that's what it was. I think back about my childhood a lot around middle school, high school.
Hmm.
I played a lot of video games, like a lot, and watched a lot of TV. I feel like, and I also had baseball practice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I had all three of those things, but they all like I can't tell you how many times I played Gears of War.
Hmm.
Borderlands 2
Right.
back in the day. Like I'm playing that now, but like back in the day, I played that so much. I
Yeah.
played Call of Duty, um, Black Ops 2.
Hmm.
That, bro,
Yeah.
that's one of my favorites. And I remember I would come home from baseball practice. This is 2012. And I would have school all day, baseball practice, come home from baseball practice at like 7, 8, and play Borderland or Black Ops 2 all night and listen to a Wiz Khalifa album.
Yeah, that's that. What you just
I want you
described.
to guess the album.
Cushion OJ.
No,
Rolling Papers.
no.
Burn
It
after
came out the same year as
burn
Black
after
Ops 2.
burn after rolling.
No,
I'm
that was a mixtape earlier. You're
Taylor
not going to be able to.
Taylor
No,
Alderdice.
that's a
No.
mixtape. I like that one though.
Are you talking about an album?
Uh-huh. It's his second
Um,
album.
I don't even know. He has.
ONIFC.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He
They
low
had The
key,
Weeknd on it.
bro. He kind of has a lot of projects now that I think about it.
He has a million, but that one right there, it was baseball practice,
That you.
Black Ops 2, and I would literally play ONIFC on repeat until I went to sleep and like got done with Black Ops.
Okay.
Like that year was, bro.
You just encapsulated a whole. That's crazy.
Yeah, like
Uh,
that era, bro.
all right. Let me ask you this. What was a. All right. What was one of the first projects that you remember that like you were anticipating, waiting for, and then it came out? I have one because like I'm talking about, you know what I mean though, like seeing the
Already got
rollout,
one.
like seeing the rollout,
I got one.
seeing the rollout, getting hyped for it, and then it happening. What is it?
Mac Miller,
Which one?
his first one.
Which kids? No, is that like
Blue
a?
Slide Park.
Oh yeah, yeah, dude. That was around the same time. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. And this is gonna be, we have to do another episode about this. And I feel like we talked about this, or I had said that we need to do like a 2010s era
yeah.
bracket or whatever. But anyway, so the summer before, so Blue Slide Park came out in 2011 in November 13th, 10 days before my birthday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I discovered him at a pool party at St. Andrews, or not St. Andrews, Savannah Ridge.
Mm-mm.
No, that's where I lived. Indian Park. Damn it.
Okay.
Indian Park. I hung out with Ronnie,
Mm-hmm.
Thomas Brady, Taylor Walker, and then it was the girls in my grade. Forgot their names, but one of us, Amanda, she was a triplet, and she played a song from Kids, which was this is gonna piss me off. Hold on.
Yeah, I mean I found Wiz and Mac Miller from the locker room too, probably from them because they played it all the time.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest with you.
Good evening.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's an awesome fucking song. That's probably my favorite Mac Miller song, actually.
I thought that's mine. I thought he was black. Amanda was playing that song through the speakers. We were at the pool and shit.
Yeah.
And I heard that song. I literally saved that shit on my phone. And that's how I discovered Mac Miller. And sidebar, Mac Miller is how I discovered J. Cole. Because he has a bar where he says like he was listening to Friday Night Lights.
Yeah.
And I was like, who, like, what is that? And then, but anyway.
First J. Cole song I heard was that Who Dat song. You remember?
I don't even know that
Who
one.
Dat? Yeah. It was like a radio song.
For real?
Yeah.
What was the question?
No. So, what was like
my answer was Mac Miller.
Yeah, yeah. So mine is I have a couple, of course.
Oh, anticipation.
Like you saw it, you're like, oh, this is coming out. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Because like, you know,
Mac Miller. So
like, you know how sometimes you hear an album, you like, oh damn, I haven't heard this one before. It came out like a year ago or something. Like, I'm talking full anticipation. Like,
well, mine was anticipation of Mac Miller.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's dope. I remember that era too. Because that was an album. Like, that was an album.
I discovered Kids, and then he had another mixtape before that.
Best Day Ever.
Which was when he
Is it not Best Day Ever?
No, it was Thank You. I Love Life, Thank You. And he dropped that because he got 1 million followers or something.
Hell yeah.
And that happened in 2011 in October.
Man, he was one of the first, bro. He was a pioneer.
And then he dropped his album, but he already had an album announced, but his first album.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he dropped his first album.
Huh.
Blue Slide Park. And then that first song, the instrumental,
Yeah,
no offense to Mac Miller people, but fuck him for dying, bro. Fuck him. He was bullshitting,
yeah,
bro.
that's a sad one. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I also can't. I remember the time that I found out he died.
yeah. Um, he
Okay,
was gone too soon, bro.
bro.
For me though, I have two that I could like remember. Like I remember when the announcement was posted, like, "Yo, album coming," and then the date, and then it came, and it's two for me, like specifically, like early times, as early as I can remember, and it was Yeezus
Mm.
and Under Pressure. Those two album rollouts,
Mm.
like I followed them,
I remember that one too.
through
I followed that
through
one.
the whole like rollout though, and that's
Hmm. And
that
that's another thing. Sorry to cut you
no
off, but
that's
real
it.
quick, there's no more rollouts anymore,
Not
bro.
really. Now that I'm
People are
kind
just
of
dropping shit.
let's see who
The art is lost
The Weeknd
now,
did really.
bro.
The Weeknd did good with this one. He did really good.
Okay.
He
Yeah.
did. He
Okay.
really did.
I still need to listen to that shit.
It's
Can
a.
you send me like 3 to 5 songs that you like?
I'm not even gonna lie, bro. The whole thing smacks,
The whole. I
and it
just need to do
and
top
it's
to bottom.
and it's long. So briefly, top to all the songs perfectly transition into each other. It's one big song.
Ooh,
It's incredible,
I like shit like
and
that. That's some Led Zeppelin shit.
it
That's
tells a
some
story too.
ooh,
Um,
okay, okay.
but yeah,
All right.
pretty interesting, man. So yeah, I guess what was like what was a time where you felt excited? So like besides the Mac, what was another album or project or something that you felt excited about? Like that
I
you
mean,
wrote.
my God, Donald Glover.
Yeah.
So, all right, that's. I mean, if you want me to
Yeah, go for it.
do a
Well,
slight deep dive
are
on
you
it,
talking about his Awaken My Love album?
no,
No.
because the internet.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. So you were there for that.
Mm, yeah.
Like the pre like the
Hmm.
groundwork. Because
Hmm.
I didn't know about him until I think after that, honestly. Like
Yeah, he wasn't that
I
famous.
knew him on the Chance song, which that Acid Rap was before that, right?
Yeah, they were the same year,
Okay.
but get this, Donald Glover put Chance on.
So where the hell
Yeah,
has
he
he
put
been?
Chance on a tour,
Where the fuck has he
but
been?
he's supposed to have like a Starlight album or something. He, that's that's another podcast
Yeah,
because
yeah. I
like
don't want to get
that's
too
like
deep.
a what if could have been.
Yeah, I don't want to get
And
because
that's
I know you
another
could go.
idea. No, but that's another idea that I would love to do.
Mm,
What could have been,
mm-hmm,
because Capital Steez is on that list. It's
mm.
on that ilk. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
I know
saying?
what you mean. I know what you mean.
Right. All right. But
Which
Donald Glover. So I
which
discovered him. Uh it was a BET Cypher in 2012.
mm,
And it was with Joey Badass
mm.
and ASAP Rocky.
Oh yeah.
So get this. I couldn't wait for that shit, and this BET Cipher was on TV. It
Mm,
wasn't just like you had to like tune in.
yeah.
And I went there for those two rappers, and
Yeah.
then I saw Childish Gambino rap, and I was like,
Hmm.
I like him more than anybody on here. Like
Wow.
that's my style. And then I looked him up, and he had Royalty, his mixtape, which had like Schoolboy Q,
Mm-hmm.
Absol, uh, fucking somebody from Wu-Tang Clan that had their own fucking thing. What's that one? Starts with a D.
Wu-Tang Clan,
He has like wild hair and he has a missing tooth.
Old Dirty Bastard.
No, adjacent to that.
You're talking about a Wu-Tang Clan rapper.
No, no. Well, After that, no,
Oh,
there was a Wu-Tang Clan.
ooh. Oh,
Hold on, let
Danny
me.
Brown, Danny Brown.
Danny Brown,
Yeah, yeah,
yes, he
yeah.
had
Okay.
Danny Brown on that. He had a bunch of features that were so good, and that was Royalty 2012. But then he had before that he had a Camp,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
his album. But I first discovered Royalty, the mixtape. Then I went back to Camp like that, and then 2013 because the internet happened, and that shit.
So you,
That's just me to a T. Like, you know, when artists speak to you
yeah.
and like you're like he's a type of black person that like he said it all the time on Camp, like a black person that acts white, and I put that in quotations, like black people, we can act however, but like if we sound proper, and I've gotten that before in real life, just like I've been well spoken and not doing that slang
It's
shit.
kind of like, what the hell does that even mean? Like, that's
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
You know, but I get both sides, you know what I'm saying? But
So you felt like you related to him very well, and and
exactly.
then when because the internet dropped, it was like, thank this is exactly this exceeded my
Hmm.
high expectations.
Right.
Basically, like, would you say
And
that?
also, I found out before he dropped because of the internet, he was working at the show Community.
Right, right.
So he dropped out. He like went to the fifth season and
Right.
ended it
Yeah.
and was working on because of the internet, and that shit dropped. But he was also saying that like I'm gonna work on my own TV show.
Uh huh.
And do you know what that TV show is?
Here we are, Atlanta.
Atlanta. And he said that in 2013, bro.
Yeah, that's
And
wild.
Atlanta didn't come out till 2016.
Yeah.
So like I was a fan then in 2012,
Hmm.
and finding out that like he was working on this shit, I was waiting on Atlanta the show for 4
Yeah,
years.
yeah. That's
And it
dope.
was like when it finally came out, I was living with my grandmother,
Hmm.
and I had to watch it on cable
Mm.
because she didn't like it wasn't like she didn't have you couldn't save it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was just like, hey grandma, I need this Wednesday at six
Eh,
o'clock
yeah.
every week
Yeah.
for this time slot.
Yeah.
Let
For
me
the
get this
show.
hour.
Hmm.
And I had to watch the first season like that every week. And like it's just
He's one of
he's a
the. So
genius,
I'll say, if
and
you
he's underrated.
100%, 100%. I'll say, if you have like
Specifically.
a creative mind and you enjoy media, and you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying. There's certain artists who stick out to you, and you're like,
Yeah.
I get it. Like, like for me,
Hmm.
it's Logic for me. What the hell do I
Yeah.
look like saying Future is my? I don't. You know what I'm saying? What the hell do I
Hmm.
look like having Future be my favorite artist of all time? Or
I mean,
something
it's
like.
who you relate to.
Exactly.
You're
So,
artist.
and that's an authentic. Like, I love Future. He's amazing. He's a Hall of Famer.
Hmm.
You know what I
No,
mean?
I get that.
But
I get
but
that.
there's
I
certain
get
people,
that.
like when Logic put his book out, I bought the book and I fucking
Hmm.
read a book.
Exactly.
And I just got it.
Exactly.
So
I got.
there's some people you just get.
Uh huh.
Hmm. That's interesting, bro. I think it's really cool that you have that, and
Hmm.
because
I mean,
some people don't really
let's talk
care.
about what you got. Let's talk more about Logic.
Yeah, I mean, with him, so like with him, I mean, I found
I
him.
fuck with Logic.
Yeah, me too, bro. I mean, it's dope. I mean, I have mixed feelings about the later stages of his career, but
Hmm.
it's whatever. I mean, so I found him on YouTube, blog era. I was like, this guy's fucking dope. I was
I
a
found
fan.
him on YouTube as well.
I found like 2012 or 2011, 2012. Let's just say
It
sophomore
was
year.
that one Erica Badu sample song, and he had like Gumby in his
Yeah,
music video.
yeah.
I was watching a music video and I clicked it and I saw it and clicked it and I was like, what the fuck? And then it was like it was a bop and I
Yeah,
was like, holy shit.
good vibe. Good vibe. Yeah, and then like back in the day, like I was a fan on Twitter. He tweeted me a couple times. Like
Mm,
he did, yeah. But I watched these mixtapes come out and shit, and then the double XL thing happened. I was like, oh, bro, it's fucking
mm.
dope. And then he came out with Under Pressure. Uh, yeah, man. But
Under
yeah,
Pressure was fire. Do
like,
you still have that damn poster?
dude, you know what's funny? I do. I just dug that out. I gotta get I gotta get a frame for that.
Yeah, it's ripped though. I
Yeah,
remember it was
it is.
ripped
It
a little
is.
bit.
I gotta figure out how to doctor it up.
It's signed though.
But yeah, man. I don't got too much else, but I will say,
Do we
you
want to do this top 10?
let's do. I want to do that. I want to do that like more. We can do that when we have a little more time to spend on that because we're at an hour now,
Oh,
which
okay.
is crazy,
Damn.
ain't it? And you know what? And you know what? You just got interviewed and you didn't even realize it.
That's
I told
all
you,
right.
bro.
You right?
I
Yeah.
told you, bro. So yeah,
Shit.
I kind of wanted to work out that muscle again because I do kind of want to interview. I guess you could say it's a delicate thing. I don't want to get too deep into it,
Mm,
but like I'll just say I always said this like a core tenet of the pod. It started on like kind of that type of vibe, but I didn't want it to feel like, okay, so tell me when you did this. Okay, cool. All
uh,
right, so what about that? Like I wanted it to be, more about there's an art form, and this is a crazy thing I realized. There's an art
mm.
form to
What kind of
being
rebuttal?
I was just gonna say there's an art form to interviewing, like a good
Nah.
like Joe Rogan is the best at it because he just knows how to conversate with people and get them to like really like explain their ideas and thoughts and stuff. Crazy, but yeah.
Nah, let me rebuttal that. You
Okay.
still need to put your influence
Yeah.
and your personal thing into it
Yeah.
because, and I'll go off of Joe Rogan.
Hmm.
All of us already know who Joe Rogan was before he started a
That's
podcast
true.
in
Yeah.
multiple different
Yeah.
ways.
That's
You
true.
know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But like, we need to hear your influence as well and
Yeah.
your input. And
That's a
don't just
balance.
ask us questions, have your input as well.
Yeah. That's a. I'm glad you said that because that kind of that's in the same. I didn't say it, but that's also what I meant too. Is I don't want to just be.
Okay.
I don't want to just be like so. What is your favorite color? Like
Yeah.
like that. But you're right though. We're on the same. We're on the exact same page with
Yeah.
that. And
But
but
that
yeah.
is another in segue. Like me and you, we're fucking family.
Hmm.
So we know how to talk to each other.
Right.
So it'll be different if you interview someone else for the first time.
Right. Right.
But like we got that chemistry. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
For
We know
sure.
how to conversate
Yeah, man.
with each other.
That's true, bro. But yeah. We'll put this one out.
Damn.
This is a pretty good one, bro. But no, I wanted
I
let's
wanted to do a
so
fucking
we'll do the we'll preview the all right. So we're
can
gonna
we
do
do one song?
all right. I guess DJ will tease it, but we're gonna do a topic of one hit wonders. So I
Yeah.
want to spend a little more time on it myself, but DJ, give us a one hit wonder. I guess.
Let's do one song apiece.
Okay. I mean, oh yeah, go ahead. You do one.
Do you have one?
I have one like just off the top of my head, but like I don't know if you know it, but go ahead.
Hold on. Let me 1 second.
And then we'll end with this.
All right, yeah. Yeah, we'll end with this fucking song.
I can't hear it. I can't hear it. I can't hear it. I don't know why. What is it?
Paper Planes
Oh yeah. Ah.
by MIA.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's a little
That's my
debatable.
top one, low
Yeah.
key.
Yeah. That's a
I'm gonna
good
have to
one.
find some more.
Man, this list it was geeking me, but like I'll just say one. I mean, bro,
Hold
Ba-
on, hit it. Give it to me.
Baby Got Back. That's a
Oh,
that's a one hit wonder, bro. That one just stuck out to me on the list. I was like, like that's a generational like hip hop.
mm,
You know, one song. Sir Mix-a-Lot, one song. Crazy.
right. But I mean, MIA.
Oh no, that's a good.
This song in the 2010s
Yeah, amazing song.
was on every movie.
Amazing fucking song. All right,
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
so next.
we'll have to do another 8.
Yeah, we'll do we'll do a little more in depth. That'll be a cool one. But yeah,